Yeah, I took over your little table that you left me,
Hell yeah, dude.
so
Good
it,
deal.
it works pretty good for this. And then I picked up the little red. They have like the limited edition red audio box.
Yeah.
They dropped the price of the one that comes with software down to $100, so the limited edition red one is $100. I don't need the software, so
Oh shit, yeah.
I was
Right
like,
on.
yeah, hold on,
That's
Hup, hup, hup. This one.
oh nice. That's retarded that you have to pay more for one with
Different color.
software?
Oh yeah, the one with software I guess was a little bit more, but they dropped the price on it, so
That's ridiculous.
that's all right. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of the Horrible Influence. This is going to be the first time that we get Tyler Wright via Skype, and subsequently the first time that we're recording video because whether you know it or not, I got it set up to capture your image.
All right. Deal with it.
Yeah, actually, man, I'm hoping the quality records this good because it sounds real nice right now.
Dude, this is it's a lot cleaner than any other Skype conversation that I've had, so I'm pretty surprised by that. I wasn't too stoked on, well, I was excited about the idea that if it came across clear, then we could record on it. But I didn't have high hopes, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But
no,
video quality looks great too.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're on retarded fast internet. I think you get what
That's
I
good.
say before I say it, right? What'd
It's
you?
only $59.99 a month too.
And what'd you guys
And
get?
it's 20 megs faster than um I put us down for 150 and it's clocking at 172 or something like that, in between like 160 and 172.
What do I hear in the background? Those little poochies?
Little Dukes,
Oh,
yeah.
awesome, man, awesome. Well, how'd the move go? How was that drive? Was it
The drive
absolutely
was a
horrible?
motherfucker, man. Yeah, that first night I got on the road at I think 9:30 that morning, and then took a nap at I think 2:30 the next morning. It
Oh, so
was
you drove through the night a little bit.
yeah, yeah. The rain was terrible as soon as I got on the road in Wisconsin, and then the wind, dude, from Minnesota all the way across South Dakota through that top corner of Wyoming that I went through and through a little bit of Montana. The wind was blowing so bad that I don't know what to compare it to. It was awful. Like you had to keep two hands on the wheel the entire time. And I couldn't do the speed limit, which was 80 miles an hour, because it was just my car was just fucking bouncing, dude.
I
It
like
was
that when you go
terrible.
through the part of the country that they just figure you don't give a shit about what anyone cares
Yeah,
about. They're like, ah,
put
make
the
it
hammer
80.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get through here.
We'll make it 75 when they're going by what the hell is the name of that
Residential
place?
areas. If there's kids present,
They
slow
don't
it down to
have those.
75.
Fucking Mount what? What's in South Dakota? With the faces on the rock? The fuck's the name of that place? It's like 75 through there. But it's like that's the only part of the state where there's
Yeah,
fucking
whatever it is,
civilization at.
whatever that deal is, whatever Mount Rushmore's called, I don't know what it is.
Rushmore,
in
that's it.
people's
Some
names.
founding fathers bullshit, I don't know.
Oh, what you got
Mm.
there? Is that a little bit of water?
Yeah, just water,
I'll stick with
you
the
know,
whiskey.
just keeping it clean.
I haven't stopped drinking since you left. I don't know if that's okay.
Um, I miss you.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, though, this is the most FaceTime we've had doing a podcast since we started.
Fucking probably.
Yeah, like the rest of the time it was a monitor and I'd have to lean up and peek over the top of it.
It's like
Are you over there?
we should have set the cameras up the whole time.
Oh, it would have been perfect. Well,
Fucking
except
brilliant.
for it would have been a massive lag because we didn't have internet that was worth
Yeah.
a shit. But dude, that's also for man. It's funny. There's gonna be a solid group of people that have no idea that you packed up and moved to Seattle just because the internet was faster. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, the Wi-Fi signal comes off the blades of grass here. It's fucking insane, dude. It's the best.
oh shit. Yeah, no, I was stoked when I was like, oh my god, I got 37 megabytes a second down. Like this is incredible.
Yeah, I was looking through the options on Comcast. It's like, dude, this can't be real. However, upload isn't very fast. Yeah, upload isn't very
Is it better
fast.
than 6? Because that's what we have here.
That's 12.
Oh, so twice as fast.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I thought
well,
it
it's
was.
5 is what they advertised, but when I got the new modem, it got up to like 6.3.
Oh, fuck, really? For some
Mm.
reason I thought it was 20 is what we needed.
Yeah, and we had 5.
Got it.
We
All
couldn't
right.
we couldn't Twitch when we were twitching. We couldn't do 2 Twitch accounts at the same time because it would just fucking shatter Time Warner Cable. They just couldn't handle the load of both of us on the internet at the same
Such a
time.
crock of shit, dude. Dude, Comcast killed it today. I went to their store because I ordered that self-install kit, and I went to their store like, hey, nothing's wrong. Ordered the self-install kit. It's supposed to be here like in the next couple days, but I need it today. And like before I could finish, the guy was like, well, what's your name?
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, and then he just turned around and grabbed a box from behind him and handed it to me. I was like, oh, do you want me to return like the one that's going to get mailed to me? He's like, we don't track any of that. Fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
when I called and canceled the rental box that you have. That it's a brick with 2 antennas taped to it.
Yeah.
When I canceled that. She was like, "Oh, well, we won't charge you for the rental anymore." I said, "Well, do I need to return this before that comes off the bill?" And she goes, no, nope." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Why wouldn't they up? That's such a crock of shit, man. I wonder if they upgrade your hardware if you ask them to, or if they charge you money for that.
I'm sure they would charge you money for that.
Probably. They
They're
are.
going to charge
They
you
are
money for
cunts.
anything. That's what they do. Well, man, I know it's been hectic for you. I did a little bit of research this week. It wasn't nearly as big of a week for NASA or anybody as it has been the past few weeks that we've been on here. It seemed like we were just on a roll where for 5 weeks straight we had massive,
Oh, for sure, dude.
like something major came out every time. It was like, oh well, I mean, we found some water on Mars, or it just one
Yeah,
thing
no
after the
big
other.
deal.
Um, so actually, I went a little bit off topic on here because I mean, honestly, there's probably a lot of people that listen to this and go, "Well, I knew that." Like this isn't that far gone. Do you remember? Now this has been going on for a few years now, but the big scare that the polar the magnetic poles of the Earth were just going to change.
Yeah,
They were gonna switch, and then one day you were gonna wake up and up was gonna be left, and then a giant wave would kill all the Mexicans. Like it was gonna be bad.
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Uh,
worst day, but a bad
but
day.
a pretty bad day. Like I'd probably take twice as long to get to work.
Because your compass isn't working.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Who would that affect, man?
It was. I mean, this is supposed to cause tsunamis across the Earth. Like it was supposed to be bad, right? And that was the end of the world thing. So I came across a story, not even a story, just a little research note about why. What I loved about this was it was why the fields are not going to change anytime soon, right? And I thought that's a good story. That's one to dig into to figure out why we're going to be on this planet forever, and it's not going to matter because the fields just won't change. And it opens up with the magnetic fields on Earth are not going to change anytime soon because we've measured them and they are just as strong as they have been. They are 10% weaker than they were in the 1800s. And I thought that seems like a big jump. Like this seems like a lot to happen in the I mean Earth time speaking a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll take that. They're okay with it. I guess I'll be okay with it. And then they said if how they date the magnetic field for Earth is they take lava rocks and they measure the magnetic particles that are in it. And as lava cools, the amount of magnetic particles in it shows how strong the magnetic field is for Earth. So it's like how much iron particles are being pulled to the center of the Earth. So if there's more, the magnetic field is stronger. If there's less, the magnetic field is weaker. And that's how they know that about 10% has left us since the 1800s when they started tracking it. They went back to dating and found that they believe very confidently that the magnetic field is still stronger today than it would have been a few thousand years ago. Like we're still doing real well. And The reason they said this is good news to let us know that the Earth isn't going to switch anytime soon is that they believe that the magnetic poles of a planet would change about every 250,000 years. And mathematically, it appears that the poles on Earth have not changed in about 780,000 years. And they're like, so we're good. And that to me just sounds like it'll probably happen tomorrow. Like, Jengus is going to go, oh, man, we are way past due for a magnetic change. It just
Dude, for real.
swap. But they believe that our magnetic field just got so strong that it just won't change, I guess.
Just so strong.
Yeah, it's just
All that iron it's been lifting. Oh.
yeah, just we're fine. Yeah, you guys shouldn't worry. Past due, what's that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Oh. So I read this and I wanted to get a good warm and fuzzy about it, and I'm like,
Didn't find it.
yeah, we're fucked. Like, it's like, I feel like some guy wrote the article to say that we were all doomed, and his editor went, you can't put that we're all doomed. And he was like, fine, I'll just say that we're fine. And he was like, do that.
Just change one word and we'll be all right.
So the title got changed, but none of the rest of the article was fine. Like, the rest of it just seemed horrible. I don't know
that,
anything
hearing
about
those guys
that.
talk about Yellowstone, like Yellowstone,
yeah.
some like life-changing volcano that's supposed to blow up every like 600 to 800,000 years, but it hasn't blown up in like 650,000 years.
So it's obviously not going to
We're
happen.
good. Yeah, so we're fine.
That's near Yosemite, isn't it?
Yeah, right down the road. Yosemite. Jesus. Yeah, that's that proper education.
No, that's Jesus education. Yosemite. That fucking guy. Can
Didn't
you
even
disprove
graduate
religion?
high school. Dude's an idiot.
Oh, no, man. I can't disprove religion. I can disprove Christianity about 4 words, but not religion in a whole. That kid's going to kill himself one day. It's all right. He'll be fine. I'm sure. He means well.
He means well.
I got to work with him a couple weeks ago. Or what
He was
like
just-
last week.
Just not having it, was he?
No, he wasn't real happy to see me this time. I thought we were buddies. Oh, well.
That was that boat inspection, right?
Yeah.
Or that ship inspection?
I got to dive on the USS Milwaukee. That's the most horrifying dive I've done because and there's a couple times in the video where I just told him that like I'd slip or that like, oh, well, I couldn't see what I was doing, but I'd have my hand through the impeller prop of this jet drive. And I'm, so I'm in, you got to crawl inside the tube and you know, it's real tight and I crawl down inside there and then you get to the impellers and I did all that. And then I stuck my hand through to get the inside, where the inner and output drives meet. And so I got my hand through there and I'm doing the inspection and then something on the ship would creak or, it'd make it like I'd be in there and hear, and I'd yank my arm out of there. It's like, man, if all they got to do is just bump it, just give it a little, like some kids like, oh, what if I just give it a little crank over?
Just a little wouldn't hurt because there's a 17-year-old somewhere on that boat.
Yeah, and then I turn into a fine red mist that sprays out the back of the boat, and Andy goes, it's because he didn't believe in Jesus.
Yes. Believe in
Poof.
shark god.
Those sharks from Chicago Inlet to the
Yeah.
Lake
They
Michigan.
swam up from Westboro Baptist.
Oh, just to eat my fucking soul. Jesus.
How dare you? That's what you get for having careers in the military.
He's one of those soldier queers. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, I like this Skype thing. It's easy.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, so anyways, final thing on this, just to close out that magnetic field thing. We know that the magnetic field today is mimicking formation of lava rocks millions of years ago. They know the intensity then. They can deduce how much gain has been present. It really is. It just goes on to say that have a relatively stronger present day field, which explains why Earth hasn't had a geomagnetic reversal for approximately 780,000 years. Historically, this would happen every 250,000 years, but stronger fields are less prone to reversal. Then a period, and that's the end of the article. Less prone. Right. Like, that's like almost 4 times as long. Like, come on, man. It doesn't make me feel any better. But I wanted to be able to report today that you don't have anything to worry about. And
Hey, don't worry about it, folks.
Yeah,
A wave. You got another week. Got another week.
At least, if you don't wake up tomorrow, you won't worry about it, so it's okay.
Right.
Just hope it happens while you're sleeping. Pray to Jengus.
Your entire family's going to drown. But it's not happening right now, so be happy.
Yeah, and our foreign policy is getting better, so be happy about that. Oh my. Hey, China. Go China. Started attacking ISIS the other day because they off
what
the
is that
Chinamen.
about?
Well,
They kill a prisoner?
yeah. And so, China just started doing things. And a lot of people are getting real upset about the fact that President Obama is not putting troops on ground anymore, right? And, we had hands in this previous war. His idea is coming true, and I don't think people understand that this is 100% his administration's plan, and I hate
plan
to
to let
say it,
somebody
but
else to fight it
that's it.
instead
His
of us
plan-
being it? I mean, I can't say that I'm against that. I
No.
can't fucking say
That's-
that I'm against that.
That's the worst thing. Is like if you look at it, you go, "We should do something," but he said he wants us to take a support role this time. Like it's not our turn to go fight this one.
No, we've fought fucking plenty, man. There's been plenty of American blood spilt, and
Yeah, I got
fucking let somebody else step
just
up on
shy of 30 months in that country.
it. Yeah.
So, well, in Iraq, not any of the other ones, but that's like, yeah, I'm not too mad about seeing somebody else go over and have a little fun. Like I had my turn. Like let the slower kids ride the slide.
For sure, dude.
But that's
Dude, absolutely.
it's whatever. We'll see. I think what you're gonna see is him sit back until someone else does the dirty work, and then we'll World War II the shit out of it. Like you'll need to bring Pippen in to get that final 3-pointer, and he'll go. Now we're gonna bring some people in today, and they're gonna do just a fine job for the other people on the ground, and then they're just gonna show up, and we're gonna wreck house, and then raise an American flag, and give them away,
Chuck Deuce and
and then be out the door. Yeah, that's the way America wins wars, right? Like every time we get involved from the get-go, we just drag it out too long. So let the people that are affected go in. We will help. I think that people think so black and white about everything where they go, well, we don't have troops on the ground, so we're not doing anything. Well, I mean, I'm sure that the millions we spend on intelligence is doing a little something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely getting in there. But
I'm sure.
oh well.
Oh, and the billions that we're saving on everything else could maybe go to your child's education so he doesn't grow up and say, if fucking Obama needs to be killing them Sam Knuckles. No, we don't need your kind anymore.
Yeah.
We need more educated
You're
people.
past.
So
It is past your time, but
Too
that's
much.
fine. That's fine. Maybe put it towards space exploration. We can just leave.
yeah,
You take an IQ test, and everybody above a certain bar just gets
stay on
to
Earth,
go
and then
hang
the
out.
other ones get shot into space.
Hey.
That's how it's, hey, you're going to space.
Aim for the
Like,
moon, and
"Err."
even if you miss, you'll end up amongst the stars, cold and dead. Well, man, you got it. I know, man. You probably haven't done anything. You just got internet like 4 hours
Yeah.
ago.
Just got that set up. Been busy as shit with getting home stuff set up, computer desk, getting our bed frame built, buying new bed, picture frames, yeah. Petting dogs, that seems to take up a
Goddamn
large amount of
little
my time.
dudes. I went into work and I was like, "So Griff, you got any little rescues?" Because he does that adoption thing while they're getting new parents for the weenie dogs.
Yeah.
And I tried to steal one for the weekend. I was like, "I'm gonna be home all weekend. If you need somebody to pet your dogs."
Is that a no-go?
It was a no-go. He just kind of blew me off. You're probably
Fucker.
gonna quit. He's not real happy with me. I did save something for this podcast, though. I've been sitting on it. Not literally, but it is under my chair. And I thought, since this will be the first time that we get to do a video cast, and we'll obviously have to over-explain everything, but I got
Which one is
November's
that?
Loot Crate.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's not the time travel one, is it?
We already
oh, okay.
did the time one. This is the one that came today. Just to give us a little bit of something. This is this is the first time I opened it. All I did was cut the thing. Right off the bat, is that Shredder?
It's a Shredder mask.
little Shredder mask.
That's
I got
killer, dude.
It's the little sunglasses thing that you can get at like Hot Topic or whatever.
Does it fit you, or is it too
I
small?
don't know. I get a pretty big head.
You should
And
probably put
then,
that on. You should
man,
probably put that on.
by the way,
If you don't do the rest of this loot crate with that fucking Shredder get up on your face,
all right,
I'll be rather upset.
the rest of the podcast with this thing. Let me see.
Or just a loot crate.
All right, we'll just do the loot crate here. Let's see if this thing fits. But the rest of this, we do need to do a giveaway. So if we can get go to facebook.com/horribleinfluence, let us know a topic that you would like to see, and if we pick your topic to be on the next week's episode, we'll get your information from you and send you free of charge one item out of this loot crate. So you'll get to hear about everything, and if you watch the video on YouTube, then which is Horrible Influence on YouTube, just search for the Google, which would be horribleinfluence@gmail.com on there, and we'll have this up. But
Fucking A, right, boy?
yeah. It fits.
That's 10 views
real
right there,
good,
man.
dude. Look at this. That's legit. There's scared turtles everywhere. All right. And the one that I think will probably get picked real quick, and I won't break the seal on it so you can be the first one to open it, but
Fucking Fallout.
if you know me and Fallout, then you know I don't like it. But you probably like it. Everybody seems to love this game, even though the graphics are dog shit.
By you, he's not talking to me. He's talking to the viewers.
Right, yeah. Tyler doesn't like it either. But that's a
People are going to be
bobblehead.
shitting their pants over it. I'm sure that blew up on their forums. Like, bobbleheads are big in Fallout, right?
Yeah.
And-
Oh man, it's taped shut. I'm not gonna break the seal on it, but it is a Vault Boy bobblehead.
You could probably Google what it looks like.
Yeah, I bet they can. Yeah, it's says Vault number 111 on the side. On the front's got the very classic image of the Golden Boy Vault Boy. It says Vault Boy bobblehead will permanently increase your skills and stats. Loot Crate exclusive. So, what a sweet little dude! I bet that's a cool one. Remember,
That's rad.
Anything out of here is coming to you. If not, it's going on my desk with everything else. Then we've got the Cute But Deadly series from Blizzard.
Oh, what?
Cute but deadly. It looks like another little, almost like a pop
Oh,
figurine.
is it those little? Is it the little random ones?
Yeah. We don't. Man. Ooh.
Shit, I got dibs on that one.
Ooh. You know what's happening? You guys are gonna get this one slightly open because I want to know what's in it. So we gotta be able to see which one it is. At least with the Vault Boy, you know what you're getting. This one we got no clue. Oh my god, that's the worst.
Ball Boy looks pretty cool. The pictures of him is on the front of the box on that one. What are his arms doing? Are they crossed or are they on his hips?
They're on his hips.
Okay, so that's what the bobblehead looks
That's
like.
what he looks like.
Yep.
Well, this one, if
I guess
you
there's a
choose it,
series of them. That's pretty
it
neat.
will be open. But you know, you get to know that my mouth was on it, and come on, you people want to touch my mouth. Oh, he's got a little stand. Look at this dude.
Oh, it's Diablo?
Oh my god.
Dude, that's fucking metal. No, I want that.
That is real badass. He's got his
He's
little
got the
hands up.
little
Yeah,
metal
the little
horns.
devil horns.
That's fucking
Oh.
badass.
That is real badass. So, man, if you guys go watch this video, this is the
Dude, that's
coolest little
super
guy.
sick. I'm gonna go try and
I
find
hate
it right now.
to I hate to take that off the table, so hopefully a Fallout fan comes to the rescue and takes that bobblehead from us, because that guy's dope. And then the rest of the items in here we got look like they're going to be a little bit less fruitful. We got a Mockingjay pin. These have become real popular in the crates. A little,
When's that movie's coming out real soon, isn't it?
I think so. I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know too much.
It's whatever.
Yeah. The Gift of Geek from Loot Crate. Oh, it looks like they sent me tags to re-gift my Loot Crate to people. So
That's legit.
yeah, you can box up anything you get out of the Loot Crate and then send it on to somebody else.
Dude, those little those Cupid Deadly blind vinyls are $10 a piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's like
$10
half the
a
price of the
piece.
crate. Also, with the Cute but Deadly, we got a magnet set that has all of them on it.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah, it's got all the. Oh my goodness! Look at Kerrigan. Kerrigan's real dope.
That's fucking legit.
Yeah, that's real cool. It's got a little, looks like a Lusk on there. Some other guys. A real cool little magnet set that came with it. The book, and then it came with a magazine or a comic book this week. And the comic book is a Loot Crate exclusive Street Fighter Hyper Looting. So if you're a Street Fighter fan and you come up with the topic for next week,
Hyper looting.
you could pick that one. And I guess that's going to be it out of the crate. Pretty good crate this time. I'm real happy about it. And with that, I'm going to doff these sweet glasses.
What was the theme for this crate?
The theme for this one was
Random shit? Random cool shit?
combat.
Oh, okay.
So, random.
Pretty vague. But
Yeah, you can
all right.
pile whatever you want to in that one. But
Yeah.
I'm still a real big fan of my loot crates. My entire desk is loaded with the stuff from there. It decorates almost this entire room. If we don't get it from Comic-Con, we get it from Loot Crate.
That's cool shit. Got a lot of cool stuff. You've gotten a lot of cool stuff from there.
I got to give Mel the
That's Spork.
that spork from oh, what's his name? The Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Doctor Who spork, which it was really cool. It was really well done. I like the quality of the stuff that comes through there. And then the Doc the pop vinyl that we got in the time machine.
Oh, yeah. Dude, super clean,
That
too.
thing was perfect. Most
Yeah.
of them always have like a little imperfection on the paintings of the pop vinyl, which, like you've said before, has been the one like holdback from liking them. Is that
Just like chintzy.
well, we saw that Harley Quinn one, and I really wanted to get it, but then you look at the painting, and it's her checkered paint on her uniform was like overlapping, and there was overspray.
Oversprayed like crazy, yeah.
But
Not
there
impressive.
was nothing on this one. It was perfect. I was real happy
Yeah.
with it.
Like, what is he holding? Like the little jumper cables in his hands?
Yep, and then he's
That's
got a
super rad.
clear plastic blue lightning bolt that jumps between them. And that was, I mean, when the light hits that, it shines right through it. It was a real good job.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a cool one. I was impressed by that.
Well, like I said, Science News was real light. Did the Loot Crate stuff, and now on to video games. You been able to play anything since you've been out there?
Dude, not shit.
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. I haven't played. I've thought about playing stuff, but that's about it.
I sent you a text that I was very happy with drunk the other night, which was step 1,
this-
get internet. Step 2, step 3, play games.
What is that from?
Oh my god, I hate you for not knowing that reference. Step 1, steal underpants. Step 2,
Oh,
Step 3,
okay.
make money. It's the
Gotcha.
underpants gnomes from
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
South Park.
South Park. I gotcha.
Yeah. I was like, he'll get this. He'll get this.
I recognize it, but I could not remember what it was coming from.
I love that episode. This
Oh, what? What's up?
I was gonna say this season of South Park has been phenomenal. I can't believe they're still making me laugh until I cry this long after. Like I remember like sneaking to watch it. Like I'm 28 years old. Like that's a long time for that thing to be
A
on the
long
air.
ass time. It's a long, long time.
Good
Still
job,
good.
sirs. Oh yeah, real good.
Still killer.
Randy's hilarious now. It's too much. I had some
Yeah.
refreshments, and I checked your friend's privilege. Mm,
So, all right, video games. Have you gotten to play Battlefront?
glad you asked.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
It's really, really good.
Fucking bullshit, man.
It's good.
Bullshit.
What?
It's not.
Look, you're one of the people, along with everyone else, that's going to hate it because you want to hate it. It is the closest you can get to immersing yourself into the Star Wars trilogy. It really is. When you're playing on Hoth, you feel like you're on Hoth. You still there?
Yep, I got you back.
Oh,
Cut out
my.
for a second.
So, yeah, when you're playing on Hoth, you feel like you're on Hoth. They did an excellent job. The wind, when it whips through, picks up little particles of snow and throws it up. You feel like you're in a cold area, where, as before, any game that depicted cold would just have snow, and it didn't have that feeling of cold. But
Yeah,
they do a good job. It's
I mean, you live in Milwaukee. I feel like you could probably just go stand outside if you wanted to be cold.
yeah. Well, I open the windows and turn the fans on when I play Hoth.
Fuck yeah, live action.
Live action. Yeah, 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 yeah. But the I don't know what it is, but it's about the way they built the levels, which aren't some of them aren't very big levels. It's not as massive as it could be, but they did such a good job that when you get down to indoor and the speeders are going by and you're running and jumping over logs and it feels like you're there. The problems I have with it are still the hero pickups are the exact same as they were in the beta, along with everything else. You're taking away from the immersion experience when you're picking up these giant glowing orbs, and I don't know how else you would do it, but you feel like you're there until you start seeing these big blue rotating discs all over the map.
Yeah,
That takes away from it. Like I wish it was a kill based, like almost like a kill streak perk or something. Maybe I don't
would
have
be
an
kinda
answer
neat.
for it, but I like diving into it. They fixed the lightsaber issue. Now,
what was that?
that was the one we talked about the other day, where when you would be Vader or Luke and you're running around with your lightsaber, sometimes the blade would just turn off. Like you would still be killing people, but you're just waving a handle.
Oh, okay.
They fixed that. I haven't had that pop up at all. I put in a few hours on this thing, more than a few hours, probably more than I should have. But the all that's fixed. I haven't found really any glitches there. There are different perks that they didn't have before. Like you can get droids, and if you're on the Empire side, you can get scout drones. The guys from Hoth that float around with their little arms.
Oh, like
Yep.
the arms
Yep,
are coming-
the
okay.
little disc on top of the arms at the bottom.
Gotcha.
They fly around, and the probe droids, and they'll scout the enemy for you and pop up their location, and then you can have little R2 units that roll around and do different things for you. Those are really cool pickups to get, along with implosion grenades and different turrets, either anti-aircraft, anti-vehicle, like ground vehicle, or you can get anti-personnel turrets that pop up. It's a lot of run and gun and dying a bunch of times to come back. Like most of the games end with the top guy having 25 kills and 14 deaths. Like, it's a lot of just running, dying, respawning, and going again. So
Yeah, maps are small enough though that you don't have to freak out about travel time.
not so much. There's a couple of different. There's a bunch. This is the thing I like. There's a bunch of different game variations. So most of them can be like not capture the flag based, but a lot of them are like King of the Hill based. One of them is drop pods will hit a specific location, and you have to go control the drop pods longer. Very King of the Hill, but with multiple points.
Okay.
But well, that one's single point. So the drop pod will hit here in one spot, and everyone runs to that and tries to take that one over, and then another one will drop later, and that one will deactivate. And then they have the droid capture where there's 3 different droids on the map, and you have to go find the droid, activate it, and then guard it. And then the objective is to hold 3 different points for the longest amount of time. Actually, I think it goes up a little bit higher on some of the bigger maps for the number of droids. But then they have hero versus opponent, or it's hero versus enemy, I think is what they call it on there. And you'll have 3 heroes on a team, and 3 villains on the opposite team, and then everyone else is like a stormtrooper or a rebel.
Okay.
And those rotate as the rounds go. So you're him for that round until you die. So once you kill all 3 heroes or all 3 villains, your side wins, and it moves on. Another one of the gameplays is Squadron, where you are in a vehicle battle the entire time. You're flying an X-Wing, you're flying a TIE fighter or a bomber. So you get to fly the entire game, which was one of the big problems with the beta, was how little amount of time you got to be in a vehicle.
Yeah, people bitched about no space combat too, but I mean, who gives a fuck if it's in space? If you're still flying around in ships, then
those
who
same
cares if
people
you're-
that bitch about it not being in space would just scream if the battles took place in space,
probably.
because it would just be black. It would be
Yeah.
boring. This
Yeah.
is, you can go very high, and so the battle space is massive, but it's over Tatooine or it's over Endor. Like, you can get down and fly along the canyon and lose people, and then you can jet up into the air and
That's
have
cool.
dogfights. I really enjoy the flying battle that they got there. That dogfight scenario is a lot of fun. I find that I need to change my key input settings, because a lot of the stuff you have to do uses your number 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard, and you're still using WASD to move. So if you're trying to maneuver and launch something, all of a sudden I don't have enough fingers to reach. So like, I have extra keys and extra buttons on my mouse, so I'm changing that up and getting better at it. But the native, like, where your missiles are 3, and then like number 1 will be your shield and 2 is something else. That's hard to do while you're in a dogfight, because you have to have your hands on WASD. It has to be there, because you're turning and you're using slow up, slow down, strafe left, plus trying to do turns and barrel rolls with your mouse. It'd almost be worth using a controller for that.
I was gonna ask that. Can you set the So I know, like, I don't even know if you can do it on Battlefield anymore, but say like Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 2, you could set the controls for when you jumped into like an airplane. You could set the controls to be a controller scheme instead of being your mouse and keyboard. So if you just had your controller sitting next to you, you could grab that, pilot the plane, set it down, go back to your mouse and keyboard when you're back on the ground.
That's what I do with Battlefield 4. So
Okay.
you can still do it there. I'm sure you can do it here. And what I do on that one, I'm not actually changing between the two. You can do a list of commands for keyboard, and then a list of commands for mouse, and a list of commands for controller. So I could just keep the controller the whole time, or I could use my mouse and keyboard for a craft, or I could use a controller. Like, you can just pick them up whenever. So as long as you don't throw it down on the ground where it's accidentally hitting a button, you just set it aside when you're not using it.
Yeah.
That's the way that they did it. I don't think you could separate between Like all vehicles only use a controller, and all personnel only use mouse and keyboard.
Gotcha.
But that's probably where I'll end up going because a vehicle is so much easier to control, just like racing games with a controller.
Dude, totally. Totally. Oh, I think if they didn't call it Battlefront, it would have had a better. I think consumers would have received it better because naming it after a game that already had two and then literally not making a sequel, but naming it the same thing as the fucking first one, you can't. You can't. Like, you're gonna have that fan base coming. Like that's like if they made Battlefield 1942 today and then took all the vehicles out and left like hero tokens to play as Adolf Hitler or Benito Mussolini, and then vehicle tokens to drive a Jeep or some shit. That's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, exact same. That'd be almost as bad as creating a new Xbox and calling it Xbox One.
Right, yeah, for sure the worst idea. Like, I don't know why in the fuck they would even do that.
No, that's a fair point, but it is a game that stands very well if you can get over the fact that they've already made it and then just renamed it again. That's
I don't even
poor
know
marketing, but great game.
I don't know what parties changed on that because DICE worked on this one too, right? Didn't DICE do?
Yeah, their name's tagged to it.
I guess Disney's in on this one, but I mean, is it violent? Is there? There wasn't even really blood in the first one either.
No, there's no blood in this. This was another one of the things that I have against it that I was telling Melanie today was the very disappointing thing is when you get to play as Vader or you get to play as Skywalker and you go cut down an enemy, they fall over like you shot them.
Oh, okay.
For sure cut them in half. Let me lob off arms. You can't tell me that it's a graphical issue because they did it in The Force Unleashed. I can cut off limbs in that game. Like, you sever people, which man, that's got to be the most gratifying thing to do with a lightsaber, right?
I don't think it's an issue with graphics. It's probably an issue with it being too graphic, right?
And that kills me because when you shoot these guys with a blaster, they get burn marks. If you see a guy running around and he's got black burn marks all over him, he's still alive, that dude's for sure going to squirrel away from you and you're not going to be able to kill him. Like, that dude's a guy that is good about getting hit twice and moving. and so you see these guys run by with blaster marks all up them and you're like, that's the dude. That's King right there. That's the guy I want to kill. But the lightsaber issue, they just fall over, and that's so just not gratifying to me.
Yeah, not at all, dude. That'd be annoying.
But when Vader does the choke, they're up in the air, they're grabbing their neck like he's choking the shit out of them, and then just throws him to the ground. That has to be as violent
that's pretty brutal, right?
You're not severing limbs, so it's okay.
Just choking the shit out of somebody until they die.
And you can.
I guess you can
Palpatine
watch UFC.
Electrocutes them. You know, that's.
You get to play as Palpatine.
Yeah, you get to play the three.
Does he have a walker?
No,
not.
That dude flips around like Yoda does,
oh really?
And what is it, Episode 3 or whatever? He's doing the little ninja flips everywhere. You have Palpatine and you have Boba Fett and Vader.
Oh, cool.
And then you have Han Solo, Leia, and Luke Skywalker.
What the fuck does Leia do?
Yo, I murk people with Leia. Let me just say, I murk with Leia.
Palpatine, Vader, and Fett. Those are 3
badasses.
Killers. Yeah. Princess Leia didn't do a motherfucking thing.
No.
The entire
Makes no
series.
sense. Yeah, she's not a hero. You could have given me Yoda. You could have given me
for sure
Yoda. That's the one. That's the one.
That's the obvious balance.
Yeah, because you have 2 Siths and a bounty hunter, and then I should get 2 Jedi and Han. Han makes sense, I guess. Like he's good with the blaster or whatever. You know, that'd be his deal. I don't know why they went with Leia, except for it was we don't have a single female, and they
feminists. Yeah,
got it.
Sure.
But she whoops ass in the game. She gets a shield. she gets a targeting deal where you hit it and then she focuses, and you can like one shot people. Pow, pow.
Oh
So
wow.
you turn that on, the cool thing about her power is you turn that on and it doesn't start the timer to deactivate until you take your first shot.
Oh cool.
So I can hit it and then just take off running, and as soon as I see them, I raise up, and then first shot, that guy's dead. Now my timer starts ticking, and I can go second, third, fourth, and I can kill 4 or 5 guys right there. Launch my shield, and then she has like a higher capacity grenade, I think, that does a little bit more damage, and that's her 3. Everyone has 3 skill sets. So Vader has the
Gotcha.
choke. He can throw the lightsaber, and I can't remember what his third one was. Palpatine has like the lightning strike, and then he has like a barrel roll thing that he does to dodge attacks. Luke has. I've only played with him twice, and he has a force push. He has like a thrust attack where you hit it and the guy will jump through, and if you, let's say you're in a hallway and there's several enemies running at you and you hit it, you can actually kill like 4 or 5 guys with one jump through as long as they're lined
Oh, yeah?
up. Yeah, if they're lined up at a good enough spacing, it'll do that. Graphics are insane.
It looked real
he
clean.
looks like Mark Hamill. Like even aged, like they did a good job of.
Oh really? They aged him a little bit too?
Yeah, he doesn't look 19. He looks like he might be damn near 40 in the game. Like they aged him. They didn't age Leia. She's looks
Of
pretty
course
young.
not. Is she wearing her Jabba the Hutt bikini?
I wish. No, actually, I don't know if you knew this, but Disney has put a ban on the slave outfit.
What?
No more merchandise, no new videos,
What?
nothing. You will never see that ever made again. There's talk about pulling it from the release of the old ones, but they think they found outcry would be so bad that they just can't do it. But they want to get rid of it. That's a bad deal, man. You want to get rid of, and they talked to Carrie Fisher, and she said that she wishes she was a stronger woman when they made the movie originally, because she would have told them no about doing that. Like, she's on board with the pull it. And once that happened, Disney's thing came down and said that any video game, toys, T-shirts, any merchandising, there are no longer rights to the slave outfit.
Well, I guess if they call it the slave outfit, there's really no counter argument to be made because it's just terrible.
Well, I mean, what's your counter? Like, no, she wasn't a slave. She was a whore. Well, she was a forced. She was a slave. Damn it.
Right? Yeah, that's.
But the problem is the history. I think when it falls into most people, like it was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's where they think that they won't remove it, but you'll never see it again. And I don't know if you've been into, insert name of store here,
Yeah.
but everything is Star Wars. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, dude.
Target today. Okay, so we go to Target. They've got like Star Wars vitamins. They have everything. And then you go to Bed Bath & Beyond and like alarm clocks and shower curtains and pillow covers, and it's drones, everything you can think of.
I was in the Apple store the other day. Melissa had to get her phone fixed, and they have a little, what was it, like BB-88 or something like that? That new little droid, little
Oh,
ball
yeah, the little
with
ball.
the
Yeah.
half dome on top. They have one there that you can. It's a little robot that you can control with your
Robot.
phone that has little robot mechanisms. It has robot things inside of it that do robot stuff. So that looked pretty rad. But it was, I don't remember, it was like $150 or something like that. That'd be cool though. I don't know what keeps the head in place,
I was
or if it's just
real
on a
close to buying the Millennium
stick.
Falcon Lego thing yesterday.
Dude, it's so cool. How much? $140? Is that how much
it's
it
like
is?
$140. They also had and this was, if the box wasn't damaged, this might have gone home with me, but Target had, it was just a toy. You didn't build it or anything, but it was a massive, I mean, the thing had to have been 1.5 feet tall on the wingspan. order. What are they called now? The first
Oh,
order.
First Order.
Yeah. Black TIE fighter with the red segment on the side of it, and
Oh, sick.
it looked cool, man. I was like that hanging up right here behind me, just hanging. Oh,
How much is it?
it was 114, I think, something like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, wasn't cheap, but wasn't outside the realm of me doing something stupid, except for my, you know, ratings in my brain started going, but the box is damaged. And like, if this was used, I would have made them take less for it. So I thought about like going up to the front counter and being like, I'll give you $60.
Just
You-
haggle them down. Fuck, they might have done it, man.
Yeah, you can't haggle here, sir. But the box is damaged. Yeah, I heard two guys arguing today inside of Bed Bath and Beyond over the Star Wars accessories. And he was like, "Hey man, they got a Yoda bath towel or something." And the guy goes, "Oh yeah," and like kind of blew him off. And he was like, "How come when you point out something, it's something cool, but when I point it out, it's it's not, when I point it out, it's whatever, man. You just blow me off." Like they got into like a little scuffle.
Oh, did they fuck?
they were going to.
That's
I'm
sexual.
sure.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went home and fucked.
He
Just
wrapped
fucked each other's throats for sure.
he
dude.
wrapped that Yoda towel to his
He
teeth.
around his neck and just took him to Pound Town. Who? No.
But
Who
they
has
were-
that fucking argument, dude?
But the funniest thing to me about those two guys is they were in Bed Bath and Beyond, not with anyone, not there was no like significant other or mom walking. I mean, these guys are damn near 40 probably, or 19 with just horrible body posture, just a rough life. But they're like little squabble. I just stopped like behind the bedding with the buggy and just stared at them and laughed. Like I couldn't contain it, like out loud laughing. He's like, every time I bring something up, you just blow it off. And when you bring it up, I got to make sure it's all cool and fun. He's like, well, it's because when I bring something up, it's actually cool shit. And he's like, what I find is cool shit too. Like just going back and forth. And I was like, that's amazing. Like,
Those are real humans.
yeah, that's oh, brought me joy today in the old Bed Bath and Beyond. Mhm.
Dude, I had a couple things. That fucking Elite, was it the Elite controller? Is that what it's called for Xbox?
Yeah, the Xbox Elite.
Really good. Really good. Like if that controller comes out and you're still playing a first person shooter on a regular Xbox controller and still using that squishy, floppy, shitty fucking trigger, kill yourself. That controller is going to be the fucking cat's pajamas for shooter games on a controller, man. It was way more comfortable. When I first picked it up, it was like the paddles like tapped really easy. My first thought was like, that's terrible. You're going to accidentally hit these things all the time. But the way that they're positioned on the controller, you have to intentionally hit them. And they feel much more accessible, I guess. It's like it's a much more fluid movement to hit the paddles than it is to pull those ridiculous triggers. And like the
So you're
actuating
thinking you would use that
triggers
for
is
actually
a
firing?
foot. Yeah, like I would use that as a trigger. I would
Oh.
replace my primary fire with one of those paddles. Absolutely.
That's interesting. I wouldn't even have thought to, like I didn't think that was I would have never thought of that as the viable option for what those are.
I mean, I would keep the triggers. Thank you, baby. I would keep the triggers for like racing games and shit, so you can adjust like how much throttle you're
Yeah.
giving. But as far as shooting a gun's on or off, so I would definitely, I would change it for sure.
That's
She
incredible.
bamboozled me. She gave me some of that LaCroix shit.
That's
to
what
try
I'm
and
talking
force me
about.
to drink it. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty fucking good.
that's man, that's interesting.
Pretty dope though. I was impressed by it. It felt comfortable. Like the grippies in it felt nice. The The D-pad felt nice. It
Which
was pretty
D-pad
rad.
do they have on that? Do they have the circle one, or do they have the old school four?
It was the round one with like the weird like hexagonal
Yeah.
print or whatever that is.
Do you think that's gonna be the way to go, or do you would?
That felt real clean too. Like the clicking with all the buttons felt real responsive. Like they were very crisp. When you hit them, like there was no squishiness. Like it felt like okay, something happened. It was very, very satisfying.
Does it feel like it's gonna hold up better than the Xbox One control that we have now? Because I've worn two of them out already. I can feel the slop.
You fucking serious?
Oh yeah.
Wow,
And
I did not
I
know
don't
that they were
play.
flopping.
I don't play that much. Like I just,
No, you don't.
and that's I got back with my good one that I've been using on my PC, and I picked up the one that I got originally with my Xbox, and tried to play a game, and it drove me nuts. Like I can feel it. And so I immediately handed that one to Melanie for her to play. I was like, "Here you go."
Hey.
Yeah. Like my other one's worn in, and I can feel that it's worn in a lot. Like it's almost worn out, not unplayable, but I know how it's worn. So I'm playing to that effect. And when I picked up a different controller, it felt alien to me in my hand. Like I don't want that. I could buy 5 of them, and I want to be able to pick up all 5 at any time and not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. Did they change the mechanisms on the joysticks and the new controllers, or are they the same ones?
I don't know about the joystick. They had to have. I know people have complained. I'm not the only one. I talked to other people that tell me that there's like you get that white powder worn. It's like an N64 controller. Like I could burn through one
Yeah.
of those in a solid weekend.
One night of Mario Party, and that fucker is
Throw it.
broken. Yeah.
Take it out of the package, play a tournament, and then chunk it on the way home because they were garbage. That's why I buy every tight controller I can find for an N64 every time I go out hunting. Like it's, oh, is this a good controller? Here's money. Like I have
Yeah.
a pile of them because I know that I'm gonna have a group of people over to play one day, and then I'm gonna have to throw half of them away. Well, now I replace them with Chinese replacement parts, but I'm gonna have to break them all
Yeah.
apart and replace joysticks. This is probably the second worst controller. Like it goes N64 and then a very large leap, but then you hit the Xbox One. I didn't wear out 360 controllers that fast.
I never had a problem with them, and I played my 360 quite a bit.
Yeah, but man, I don't know what it is, but that first Xbox One controller, a lot more than the second one I bought. But the first one, Call of Duty had come out, and I got it. Like I played through a couple games, and then a couple solid months of not even that, probably a month and a half of Call of Duty, and it was slop. Like I could feel it, and that bothered me a lot.
Ugh. That's not.
And if I pay $150 for a fucking controller, it better last me.
Dude.
It
yeah.
better outlive me. Let's just
Better be the best.
Yeah, it better
Yeah,
be the
it better
best.
last the entire console generation at the very least.
Yeah, that's especially because word is already kicking around about another iteration of the Xbox.
Really, what are they talking about?
4K gaming and moving into the
Eh,
next.
it's all bullshit. This last
VR
generation
support.
lasted what, 7 years? This next one's gonna last fucking 10.
You
The
think?
VR support's there. Yeah, it's already the VR support's there. I mean, that's why they push all of that shit at E3 with.
Right. I think VR support will be easier, but I think 4K is going to become the problem. Our graphics cards are going to struggle at 4K unless you SLI them, and they're so much more powerful than what's inside of that Xbox.
How many people have them though?
Right now, not a whole ton, but if you go now that a third of the TVs at Walmart are offering 4K, like it's coming. It's coming as sure as 1080 came. Like it's 3D was a fad. It's fallen off. Brand new TVs don't have it. People don't want to wear glasses to watch TV. You don't want
Yeah.
to have a direct line of sight at all times. That was a fad. 3D movies were a fad. I think every bit of that is just it's garbage. VR may very well be a fad. I don't know if it'll be People like you and I want to sit around and play games and watch games.
I think that's where 3D is going, is to VR. Like that's going to be, those two are going to meet.
The same
then-
people that want 3D are going to want VR. Like it's
Not necessarily, but I think that that's where
look how big
like you're going to
Twitch
have
streaming is.
3D on VR because you are going to have two separate cameras regardless.
But
So I
the
mean 3D is easily achievable.
VR. If VR was the standard, it would immediately kill game night. Where everybody, like when we get together and we play like Rocket League, or you get together and you're playing Mario Kart or Smash Brothers, it kills it. For one, even if you had 5 VR headsets and you could just spectate, it kills that interaction that when you get a good hit and you knock somebody off, turn into your buddy and getting that hit, like, oh, I fucking just did that to you, man. Like, yeah, it just raped you so hard, like that.
That's why so many people complain about them getting rid of, or not them getting rid of, but companies not making as many games with split screen co-op.
Split screen co-op is gone with this
Yeah,
generation
I mean, like you
of
said,
console.
Mario Kart, but
But look how popular Mario Kart is. I don't know if it saved that console, but it kept it afloat for quite a while longer. That and Smash
Yeah.
Bros.
yeah,
People still want to get together and play games.
fuck yeah, dude, that's
And
a huge thing.
And Twitch, look, even Twitch has become popular because there's so many people that want that experience of sharing a game with someone else, but they can't do it. And so then they can go onto Twitch and they can watch a group of people or even one other person correspond with them and play that game. Look how popular even like my Twitch account got when someone would come on. I think I was playing Smite that day, and they would say, "Oh, play as this character, do this,
Yeah.
go as this guy, like, oh, fight this person one-on-one." And once they became part of that gaming experience, the viewer, it was 1,200 people or whatever it was. Like you get a sense of community out of a game if you can participate, even if you don't have a controller in your hand, if you can have input or have that social experience. And I think VR kills that. I
agree.
that
Yeah,
it's
fully.
I don't think that I'm not going to have one. I just think I want
That's
to
an
shut the
alone
world
time
out.
thing.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to shut the world out. And I want to sit here and I want to wander.
That's that sex
this.
robot shit.
Yeah, it's sex robot shit.
You're gonna play Half-Life for about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna be like, "Would like to fuck something
Yep.
now," and then you're gonna go on and you're gonna bust your face fuck 5,000 out of the closet, and it's gonna make creepy like digitized moaning noises. Oh, 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 oh,
yeah.
oh. Well, you fuck its face
Right.
with your robot eyeballs on.
Perfect.
Perfect. Sounds like a Tuesday.
Yeah. But I think VR will be a niche. I think 3D was a fad, and I do not believe 4K is that way. I believe that will be
Oh yeah.
a
Oh yeah.
break
No, I
off
agree.
for this generation console. If they cannot software update to 4K, you're going to see new generations of console come out very quickly.
Maybe. I mean, I would compare it to when the 360 came out. The cable that was for audio and video for the 360 had the red, white, and yellow
Right.
connector, and it also had, what else did it have?
That blue and the green and the ones
yeah.
for
So I had to
HD.
run those two, and like I think right now with the HDMI, we're at that crossover point where it'll probably come out. I don't know, probably 5 years. What standard console generation time is?
You might not be able to phase out the Xbox One, but I bet you get a Xbox One 4K where you can go and buy an Xbox One that is 4K compatible, or a PS4 4K, where the games you can still buy an Xbox One and play it on your regular 1080p, and the games will all work. But if you want 4K, you can go pick up an Xbox One 4K edition. and then that will play on your 4K television.
People are gonna be mad as shit, man.
They're gonna be mad, but I bet it happens.
It might. Yeah, you could absolutely be right. Or one of the developers will find out how to patch it to make it 4K compatible, and then the other one, I'll just guess, PlayStation's going to figure out how to patch it and make it compatible, and then Xbox One's is going to be sitting there like, well,
If
paint
that-
it blue and send them another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
PlayStation. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if when the patch comes out, they go, well, we already had the chip installed and told no one.
Because we are Japanese.
Yeah.
We are the 4K.
Because 4K, I think is way too close to being an everyday thing. I mean, they were so expensive when they came out, but now, I mean, I can go pick up a 4K right now. I can pick up a 4K monitor, fairly cheap.
Not too. Oh, okay.
You know, it's not too bad. So you give it 2 years, and you won't be able to. Your 1080p flat screens are going to be $250 for a 52-inch. They're pretty close to that now, and you're going to be able to spend $700 for a 40-inch 4K, and people are going to buy them.
Why, yes, they are, Brad.
The worst, just the worst person.
Another real quick little stupid thing. Mr. Steven Pena tagged me in this Core FX gaming vest
Oh, I've
on
looked at it.
Facebook. Did you look at that fucking pile of shit? So, I mean, I don't know how new this thing is.
It's not. It's a couple years old.
Okay. It
Stephen
got
Pena
backed off
would
of
be the person
Kickstarter, though.
to bring that up, though.
Well, he's the kind of person that will buy anything. So,
It's a vibration vest for
yeah, super neat.
first.
If you stand next to the road, it feels like the trucks are actually driving by you.
Dude,
That's yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need that sensory shit. I'm playing a video game. I'm not at a point in my life where I wish this was real. I wish I was really in a combat zone with trucks driving by me at 80 miles an hour and people shooting at me. I wish I could feel the gunshots upon my body. No, I'm good, man. I'm playing a fucking video game.
I want
That's
one
it.
where when you get shot, an M80 goes off in your chest. You know what doesn't happen when you
just-
get shot? You don't vibrate.
Vibrate.
So I want you to get shot in the chest and an M80 just bow. And so you can't shoot for a minute because you're pulling little plastic shrapnel out of your actual body before you can get going
This
again.
is like real life.
Yeah. That would be worth it. A vibrating vest is annoying. There's no way that's any fun.
No, I don't understand it.
It's been out now
That-
for a couple of years. I see it pop up every now and then. I don't believe they're doing well.
Man, that's good.
That's like that kid that
makes me
invented the
happy.
headset that feeds you little snacks. And he,
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. What? They have a headset that feeds you?
yeah, it's got little balls like cheese balls, or
Yeah?
they have different flavors, and you can play. And I don't know how you activate it, but then it out
Oh,
of
it better
tube
be voice activated.
will roll
Cheese
you
ball.
a little cheese ball, and you can and then
Dude,
keep
that's
playing.
the sickest shit. Where is this? And why is this
a
not
kid.
in my house?
He's from overseas somewhere, I believe. But I watched his. They brought him, and the company that he got to sponsor him and make his prototype
Oh, man.
did it right, dude. This kid's sitting in his house, and he turns his camera on. And he goes, "I think my package is here." And this is the kid that came up with it, right? And he like runs downstairs, and there's a fucking regular army Humvee out there, outside of his house, right? And he looks like he's in the UK, and he's sitting out there, and a group of soldiers get out and carry like a combat case up to his house and like get down and like like hidden numbers. And then he shows up and they're like, "Are you so and so? Here you go, sir. Like, here's the package." And these guys like full combat delivery this crate to him, and it's his prototype. just to have that happen was worth him making this real dog shit piece of machinery. And he
That's
even
so
says it.
fucking
He
good.
said this is a novelty thing. It's the same as having lights on your controller, or like no one needs it. It's never going to be like a game
Oh, this is
changer.
it.
Did you find it? But it's
Yeah, I
a
did.
it's a fun deal, right? It's a cool little idea. He will probably make a solid chunk of change from it.
He's got almost 5 million views on YouTube, so I mean,
Well, I'm one of those
that's already
views.
working.
Like
I am one of those as well.
he did a good job of coming up with an idea that no one had thought of previously, or no one had a good idea for it. But the headset, I guess, was heavy, and he said the real version will be made out of lighter material and everything. But you got to find the
It's hilarious.
prototype video. It's really, really good.
Yeah, this is like the army truck has shown up and he's
Yes.
out there. These guys are now walking through his house trying to carry this crate, just looking like assholes with their faces painted. They got GoPros strapped to their chest. Come on.
Still, I mean, that's a cool way to give this kid, and for sure a kid. He's all of, what, 15, 16 years old, it looks like.
Yeah, he's not very old. The box is enormous.
It is. It's a massive thing. And it's got like CO2 in it. I think when they opens it, it like and blows
What
out
a
this
box
air.
that blows smoke out of the sides. That's awesome.
Good
I'll
for
finish
him.
watching that later. Yeah, good. Better than my ideas, as
Yeah.
it turns out.
That's
Speaking of better ideas than mine, Melissa told me about some person on YouTube called, oh shit, what was it? Cool Toy Collector?
freepromoclub.com right here.
Okay, dude. Okay, Fun Toys Collector. This chick has, I don't know how many videos. She has something like 8 million. She has 5.7 million subscribers. In one of these videos, she makes ice cream out of Play-Doh. Can you guess how many views that video has?
How many clothes did she have on when she made it?
You never see this girl.
Oh,
All you see
no.
is her face. That's it. Or all you see is her hands. Did I say that? All you see is her hands.
800,000.
Ah, you're close. You're close. You're close. Just tack 6 million onto that, and you are fucking right on.
We have 400
this chick-
listeners.
Dude, this one, Thomas, Batman, Superman, Disney, there's some like egg thing. So, like you open the eggs and toys. No idea. 16.7 million views. Play-Doh Peppa Pig cupcake maker. 57.8 million views.
57 million views.
That is correct, dude.
You realize for the payout for what advertising does, just like on our YouTube channel and stuff, for what they tell you the pricing is, that means she's making,
She's the
$1
highest
million?
paid YouTube person from 2014.
yeah,
She made $5 million last year
there you go. Yeah, she's making,
by playing with toys with her hands. She made a 6-minute video that got 10 million views.
I mean, there's a lot of girls that make a lot of money by playing with toys with their hands.
Only her hands. That's the difference. Just her, that's it.
That's
Just
it,
you don't
yeah.
see anything else. Nobody knows what. Well, somebody knows what she looks like. I don't care enough about what she looks like to have looked it up.
That is, we're doing something. Oh, that's like the girl that we got in the Twitter thing that
Just puts her asshole on. Excuse
Yeah.
me, dude.
Well, I mean, that's what she does. She got famous by doing a Twitch account where she sits backwards, so you just, instead of seeing her face while she plays games, you watch her ass in a chair, and in a matter of days became so much more famous than we are. Like, just skyrocket. They were like, "Oh, look, these guys have a podcast. I wonder if I could put my asshole on TV and I'm more famous." Like, that was how quick that went. It's like, shit. You need to be a hotter lady, sir, and then we would have this.
I'm gonna shave tonight, so maybe we can figure some shit out.
Why
I don't
are
have
you
any
shaving?
redeeming qualities. I gotta go try and get a job tomorrow.
Huh.
Looking a little unemployed, so
Jesus. Oh man. Well, I'm Fucking stoked you made it out there safely.
Fuck, you need to get out here, man. Earmuffs, Griff. You guys need to get out here. It's like I said, the grass gives Wi-Fi signal out here, and everything's fucking green. They're going through a cold snap right now, and I think it was 40 something. So
yeah, we have snow. If you haven't noticed.
nah, don't have that. Don't have that. We don't have plows, as it turns out. So,
oh, like my home, just ignorant of what happens with snow. But I think that's going to conclude today's episode of The Horrible Influence. If you guys would like, go to horribleinfluence.podbean.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, there is the link for Become a Patron. We'd appreciate it. You don't have to, of course. You could always tune in every week and just listen to us ramble for free.
hell yeah, check it out on iTunes. Leave, if you guys have spare time, which a lot of you do not. Some of you definitely do have more free time than you know what to fucking do with. But if you find yourself a little bored, leave us a comment, leave us a review, anything that shows life on the other side. It's cool to get the messages that we do get saying that they're enjoying the show. I fucking love you guys. Josh, James, Mike, Nick, all you guys are killer. You guys are like the only four, but it's fucking cool, man. It's cool. It's very flattering.
Oh.
So thank all of you guys.
And like we talked about today, we're going to do a giveaway out of this month's Loot Crate. So if you go to facebook.com/horribleinfluence and leave us an idea for what you would like the topic to be for next week's episode, if your idea is selected, we will mail you your choice out of the things we went over.
Hell yeah. Love you all. Take care. Brush your hair.
Bye-bye.